Hello, Taurus. All right, today we're going to be looking at your current situation and what you need to know. Awesome. This is a new, a semi-new tarot format that I'm introducing to the channel, so I sure hope you like it. If you do, please leave me a comment down below in the comment section, if it's constructive feedback, of course. And obviously, if you don't like something about the video, you can also leave it there. But just again, please keep it constructive, and I will review it. This is, again, a new type of video, so there's going to be changes in the future. So we'll look at 5 significant things that you potentially need to know. That's going to be based on it's a collective reading, so it may apply to certain people, it may not. Take what resonates, leave the rest. The only thing I want to touch bases on, and I'm only doing it once, obviously, um, just so everyone knows, for this particular reading, this particular deck is going to be the deck that I'm going to be drawing the what you need to know cards from. There's no core cards. Actually, there's no core cards in any of these decks I'm going to be using other than this one. There are 4 kings in there, which will be considered people. Man or woman, doesn't matter. There's fire, earth, air, etc. Alright. There's a rhyme and a reason why I do that, and I left a little bit more, a small description in the drop down of this video if you'd like to read up on that, if you have concerns about that. But again, there's a rhyme and reason for that. Anyways, let's get started here. Taurus, see what comes out for you. Alrighty, can we get 5 messages for the zodiac sign of Taurus? Our Taurus collective would like to know what's going on with Taurus in their current situation. What does Taurus need to know? 5 significant messages, please. Most important messages Taurus needs to know. So just give me a minute here, Taurus, and I'm going to draw the cards here. Like this. Oh, no. Mm-hmm. Getting a lot of your energies coming from the middle of the deck for some reason, and to the top of the deck. There you go. All right. So I have 5 messages here for you. Let's get what they're related to, and we'll get to describing what it's talking about. Can I get 1 card that describes the relation for each of the 5 cards in front of me on what Taurus needs to know? What are these cards related to? 1 card for each. I'm going to take that. That's really odd. Like everything I'm getting here, Taurus, is like coming from the semi-middle to upper. All the energy. For other signs, it's been mostly at the back and right, but whatever. Let's go with it. Follow your heart. Again, I'll take that. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. Alright. Alright, Taurus, let's get started here. So your first card up is General Water Energy with the Ace of Cups. That's what you need to know. Apparently, is your first message. Alright. What is it related to? The 5 of Cups. Uh-oh. Sounds like a situation here, Taurus. For some of you, whoever this is going to apply to, is going to involve potentially, I'm getting, and again, a lot of the interpretations I give in these cards are just going to be intuitive vibes, because we can talk about many things. But in this particular context, it seems like a past situation, Taurus, that's already done and over. How recent was that? Couldn't tell you. I don't know. But whatever the case is, it is kind of bringing attention to wanting to open your heart up. Be ready to receive love again. Said it once and I'll say it again. Easier said than done. All right. I understand that there's been some situations that are awfully painful, very difficult, or you didn't really get the closure you wanted. Um, while some people do naturally get over these situations, maybe with luck, environmental factors, that good family, friends, whatever that help them through it, others don't. They just stay stuck in it. Whatever reason, Spirit's highlighting that this is obviously something that needs to be addressed for some of you. All right. Immediately, what's coming to mind, just to recap what I just said, is staying stuck on something that's done and over, but still mourning and kind of treating like it happened yesterday. Uh, that's what's coming through right now. You are being, like I said, encouraged to. The Ace of Cups is opportunity. It doesn't mean anything's falling in your lap. And again, in order to take advantage of something, you still have to do something. You're a grown person. You can choose what you want to do. And if you want to stay, if you're like, yeah, I'm still trying to, I still kind of am hurt from a situation in the past, that's fine. No one's judging you for that. But the question is, how long has that been going on for? You know, some people are firm believers that it will pass when it needs to pass. Well, that's fine and all, but just make sure it's not 10 years of your life. Because it's only when you get to the casket do you actually look back and say, fuck me, dude. I wish I had done something. Just saying. Take it or leave it. Alright, let's find out. I'm actually gonna, you know what I'm gonna do? We're gonna clarify a little about this Five of Cups. Tell me more about the Five of Cups. Oh, we got 9 of Swords here. Man, this has got to be a situation for some Taurus that was really stressing them. Really, again, this is going to, I think, at least for all the zodiacs I'm going to read for, there's going to be at least probably one or two messages around this that's affecting all the signs. But a very stressful, turbulent situation. 9 of Swords is always going to indicate, again, something that involves circumstances and things that are no longer in control or were never in your control. Boy, when you have a situation that bothers you and you don't have any control over the variables and it's just whatever you're going to get, it can frighten some people. It really causes some stress. It's like the unknowns. You'll never get the answers that are plaguing your mind. Was it me? Did I do something wrong? It's like, it could be like I'm almost getting a situation for some Taurus that has evolved from getting away from, okay, I'll just say the obvious, a partnership of some sort that initially was leaning towards yourself, saying that, you know what, I did my best, whatever, it happened, and this person just screwed me over, plain simple, or, they didn't want to be whatever. You made sense of it then, but it's plagued your mind so long that it's evolved into almost something else, where it's like now you're starting to blame yourself. When you're, like I said in the beginning, you saw it for what it is. It really wasn't your fault. You did what you could. The person just, for whatever reason, flaked out or chose to be an asshole or a dick. Some people move on from that, and that's that. But other people, they if they have emotions that are invested in it, they just stay stuck. And the more they think about it, it's like that game telephone. You say one thing to another person, that person gets it right. They say it to the next person, it slightly changes, but it's still mostly the same. Get to the 100th person, it's a completely different message. It's the same scenario here. It's something that just evolves with time, and eventually it's like you're up at night, and it's like you don't even know what the fuck you're even believing anymore. I just, comes like, why am I worried about this? Why am I stressing about it? I'm not saying it's everyone's case, but I mean, that's kind of what was coming to mind. Alright. Tell me more about the, tell me more specifically about the 9 of Swords. Why is that a problem for whoever this is describing? Is there an issue with? Tell me more about 9 of Swords. Ace of Pentacles. So this is a questioning energy of, will it ever start over again? Oh my lord. This can be a very damaging situation. For anyone that's resonating with this, the biggest concern here is how long has this been going on for? Especially if you're like, yes, that's me. Okay, some of you are going to be like, nope, that's not me. Then fine. But if you're a person that is stressing about something that didn't work out or it failed, the stress seems to be more generated from the unknown on whether or not this situation you have feelings clearly invested for that you're mourning about that sucks as kind of fell apart. When is it going to start again? You may not get an answer for that. Just understand that. You have to be. It's nice to know when if somebody could tell you, just so you know, next month, exactly on January the 31st of 2023. Don't worry, it's going to start again. Oh man, I would think you would sleep a lot better at night. Oh, thank God, it's going to start again. Unfortunately, that's not realistic. You may not know the answer to that. It could be 3 fucking years, and this person's already off in Taiwan doing a completely different life with some other person. You're still worrying about it, wondering when it's going to start again. So this is maybe that's an extreme description there, Taurus. But like I said, it is challenging to reflect on that. If that is your behavior and that is something you need to basically start reinvesting time and energy into opening that heart up again and saying, well, I want the walls up because I don't know if it's going to happen again. Well, you don't know that. That was your experience with whatever the situation was. There's other things out there that could generate a lot of happiness and potential love, but if your heart's closed off, you're not going to be able to find it. Especially if you're a very defensive Taurus. Doesn't want to take too many chances and is very hostile. Always predicting the worst. This could really work against you. And I think you're being highlighted here to be very cautious about that. Just remember, this is an opportunity. It's not being given to you. It's kind of suggesting you do the work. Don't just think you're going to get it. You're not going to just get it to fall in your lap. Wouldn't we all love that? Just fix itself. Just wake up tomorrow and be a brand new person. It doesn't work like that. You have to actually make a choice. If you're aware of a situation that's afflicting you, it's very easy to get lost in it and lose track of time. But you're getting a message now, and if this is resonating with you, warning, pay attention to it. Do something about it. How long has it been going on for? If it's been going on for a long time to change something up. Open your heart up. Take a chance again. Because I promise you right now, if this is your situation and you find somebody else that's new that you connect with, you're going to forget about the situation in a matter of days. Just know that. So there is a high potential for payoff, but it does require some effort. Moving on here, we have a message that's pretty much going to tie in to this message, which is why I was over-explaining the previous message, because it's pretty much the same thing. What Spirit wants you to know about the devil energy, and what is it going to? The Ace of Cups. Talk about synergy. We just had the Ace of Cups. I'm not going to talk too much about this message. It's pretty much the same thing. I'll draw another message for you, Taurus, but yeah, we pretty much got the same thing here. Obsession. There's a degree of wanting love here. It's drawing your attention in this particular scenario here, and again, it probably even suggests in some ways that you probably, with this combination, know that you are a little bit shut off, where you need to open up to something new. All right, but come again to everything I just talked about. I don't know. Is there some degree of infatuation with a scenario that's keeping you stuck and not open to other things? Wes, I'm open to something, but I've heard that same tired statement from a lot of people. But when you're friends with them and I'm someone that pays attention. I listen to what people say. I love to basically watch what they do. I examine what they say to me. Now, if it's somebody I don't know, then it doesn't really work. But when it's somebody I know, I pay attention to this. And I hear stuff like, oh yeah, it doesn't really bother me. But 9 times out of 10, it's like you hear about this shit all day long when you're with them. And they're not obviously paying attention. They're just telling you. So it's like, it bothers them. But when it comes to admitting it, yeah, it's not really a big deal. I'm not saying that's all of you. Okay, it's just some of you. Right? Next thing we have up here, we have 7 of Wands, standing your ground. Alright, is apparently what Spirit wants you to know. Why? It's something related to the Chariot. You're taking action Some of you Taurus are trying to push forwards towards meeting new goals or taking a new path in life. Fucking wonderful. You're getting the green light to keep doing that. Seven of Wands here is telling you, though, you will encounter some degree of resistance. Some of you already know that. If that is the case, you're getting the thumbs up to keep doing it. Stand up for yourself. It's always uncomfortable to get resistance, and you are going to get some naysayers of people that don't like what you're doing or why you're doing it. You have a great job that pays really well. Why are you leaving it? You don't have to understand. I'm leaving it because, you want to leave it because there's another job that pays less, doesn't have any benefits, but hey, it's emotionally compelling to you. Some person may think you're crazy and disagree with it and give you a lot of shit for it. I don't care. I'm doing it because of me. You don't need to understand. Okay? It's just life. You're gonna have people. When I started this channel, keep in mind here, folks. When I started this channel, I was just coming out of bankruptcy. Lost my job, had nothing going on, stuff like that. This was probably the worst possible time to start a fucking tarot channel. But I did it. I was doing it, conquering obstacles. Didn't know how to do the channel and whatever. I was doing it, working towards it. But boy, did I get a lot of shit for it. A lot of people thought I was absolutely just whatever. Well, here we are today. I've grown it. It's not massive, but hey, I'm still here. And that was a year ago. So just saying, if you're on that path, stick with it. If you want it, believe in it. It's going to require work, and you're going to get some naysayers. Push through it. You're Taurus. I mean, this shouldn't be a problem, anyways. One of the bulls, one of the most dominant and hard, like I said, like hard-minded signs. You'll get something done. At least for most of you, I would assume. Next up, we have Ace of Pentacles, suggesting there's opportunity, another new beginning. But just, it's kind of funny. I haven't really seen the Ace of Fire or the Ace of Swords that often. It's mainly the Ace of Cups and Pentacles that are coming out. But potential for new beginning, something related to... this message is going to be extremely generalized here, Taurus. What is related to Wheel of Fortune? So, I don't want to clarify this too much. It's basically indicating potential here for something that could go in your favor for a brand new beginning. Alright, there is an opportunity here, something that I guess, with the Wheel of Fortune being here, I don't believe it's wishful thinking or something like that. I said in one other sign, and I'm only referencing this because there's cross-watchers that watch more than one sign. In this particular context, it's literally just good luck. It's something that's destined. It could be fate. It could be something that's going to go in your favor. But there's going to be some degree of potential either for things related to increased financial income, whether that's job, promotion, new career path, something that you find out that is a good opportunity. You get a pamphlet in the mail that says, hey, you have this set of skills and we got your email. Here's a job offer. Do you want to do it? That pays an exuberant amount of money. Maybe you'll consider it. You'll be like, wow, it's way better than what I'm doing. I don't know, but it's highlighting here potential. Doesn't mean to say it's going to pan out to anything, because just remember, as I always say, you have to do something. You have to make the choice. Do I want that? Do I want to take a risk on that? Doesn't matter how good it looks. It's the question of, what do I have to do to actually obtain it? Well, in some cases, that might mean relocating, working abnormal hours, or taking on things that you may have skills with, but there's a whole kind of gray area on stuff that other responsibilities you may typically not be used to. So there's kind of like good and bad potential for something that could be very favorable to you and improve your situation. So this is a very favorable thing for any Taurus in general, right? But again, be on the lookout for that. Opportunity will obviously be showing up for you. You're being told now. The next thing we have is Two of Cups, potentially a relationship, someone you feel on the outs with. I wonder in some cases if it's related to the first message. It may not. The first message, I kind of got something that's already been done over with in the past. This kind of seems like something recent. This could even be for Taurus that are actively involved with somebody. You're dealing with somebody, you're not technically over with them, but you're kind of distant from this person. Five of Pentacles can describe feeling in the outs. Can be like, even if you're interacting with them, that the emotional kind of department is dried up. It's like it's gone from the look at that to kind of just feel like friends now. Who wants that? Especially if you like the person. It's always nice when things are there's good chemistry and both people are reciprocating effort. But when the well draws up and I don't know, there's imbalances or disharmony, people can back off, and nobody wants to hurt one's feelings. Since, I understand there's, some certain people that are somewhat bastards that'll just kind of screw people, but there's also other people that have a conscious mind. They don't want to hurt someone's feelings or whatever like that, and so it kind of comes like this progressive distance where it's like, yeah, I still talk with them, I still hang out, and it's like you don't even know what it is. Just like you just have that sense. I feel an ounce. I think this is what that's describing in Taurus. For someone that is potentially, like I said, dealing with somebody, but there's emotional poverty in this situation. It's not what it once was. Either that or it's a situation where it started out really good, it's been short lived, and it just fizzled out real quick. um, we're gonna actually use a different deck here. Tell me more about. I know that was straightforward, but I just want to see if there's anything else to this. What more do we need to know about the Two of Cups? Tell me more. Why does Taurus specifically need to know that? Give me one card. Clarified by the Two of Cups. Apparently, Taurus, it's not going to tell me. So, whatever I just told you. All right. I always say in my channel when I get clarifications that are the same, it's the same card, the same card. It's generally assigned to just. There's an element of mystery. You're maybe not supposed to know about it. All right. Something about beginning to ask to somebody. What is the advice for the Two of Cups going to the Five of Pentacles? What is advice for us? Give me one card. So I'm just going to stick with what I said. Like I said, a connection of some sort. Advice for Taurus. Seven of Pentacles. Just tired of seeing that card. Give me one more card of advice to the Two of Cups. Four. Okay, so only card we need to clarify is the Fool. Clarify the Fool. Although it's self-explanatory, just tell me more about it. One more card on the Fool. The message that I'm seeing here is kind of extreme, and I'm just like, is it really telling you to do that? Because it makes sense, but it's like it's kind of unorthodox. Tell me more about Fool. I just feel like I'm going to wormhole with this message here. Clarify the Eight of Swords. This is the last clarification. It doesn't make sense. It makes sense. Tell me more about Eight of Swords. Sorry, Taurus, I know this is dragging on here. Oh my god, we got Two of Cups 3 times. Okay, so we're not supposed to clearly know about more about this relationship. You're stressed about it. Okay, so the advice is telling you first off, if you feel stuck about this situation, there are solutions, but you are in some cases causing a lot of the if there's any kind of like, I guess like mental drama that's going through, it's kind of indicating in some cases that your sense of feeling like it's always going through your head, it's related to your fixation on it to a degree. There's something that, what is the swords though? I don't know. It's like kind of in some ways like the way that you're thinking about it is like it's not really productive thinking. It's like leading to you to kind of go in circles a little bit about it. So it's not, I guess, not productive. But on the other hand, here the weird thing about this advice is it's suggesting to go in a different direction with the Fool energy, but at the same time, it's kind of telling you to you're gonna have to kind of potentially trample, or well, not trample, but be a bit ruthless in some ways. That's the only way I can really describe this. That's kind of PG. All right, it's kind of it's almost directing you to Evaluate what you've got out of the situation. If you're resonating with this and you're saying, yeah, it's a situation that really has left me drained and I'm kind of bummed out about it, it is kind of suggesting to move away from it, but at the same time, the to do that effectively may require that you are kind of a little cutthroat, persistent, and you don't take shit. You just kind of you're going in a different direction, and it may, like I said, may be kind of a little bit too dominant for some people. It's a very odd message, but it is in some ways also calling you to reflect on what you've been getting out of it, but at the same time, if you're not satisfied, and again, the message is suggesting you're not, then to basically take, it's more drastic action. That's the only way I can really describe this. Aquarius had like a very difficult message, and this is one of them, Taurus. I'm sorry. I feel like I don't know if I made any sense with that. I sure hope I'm reading that right, but it is calling for some degree of changing direction. But the thing that's, I guess, troubling me here is that it's kind of almost suggesting extreme. The extreme part being that it's like it might step on someone's toes, and I'm just like, where does that exactly fit in? If you're going in a new direction, who you're gonna be fucking offending? I don't know. Unless there's people in your life that are that are always discouraging you from going in a different direction or being pessimistic, or is this a situation that you're currently in where there's emotional poverty and the person's always telling you it's never gonna be better? Are you that actually could apply here? Deep concern around a connection or some sort. Maybe it's a friendship, or maybe it doesn't have to be a relationship. Maybe it's someone else. A situation where it's like you're in it, and there's somebody that's constantly being like kind of telling you stuff that might not necessarily be true. You're not really getting what you want out of the connection, but every time that you kind of bring that up or you're kind of becoming aware of it, it's trying to discourage you that yeah, you can't, it is what it is type thing. And it's kind of almost suggesting that it's like, yeah, you might burn some bridges here in your advice, and you might have to basically go in another direction. And if there is an influencing factor here, they may not be too happy with it, but you might have to be prepared that I don't know, have to kind of step on some toes. Whatever, Taurus, that's what I'm getting there. Enough rambling with that. We have Judgment here. It's just a towel. Everything I just said. I'm not gonna ramble on Judgment. Give me one wild card for Taurus. Just something general, random that Taurus needs to know, please, to finish this reading off. So, Six of Wands. What is the Six of Wands related to? We'll have Tower here, so I kind of wonder if this is relating to the first and the last situation, Taurus, about something that went unexpected for you, but it's suggesting what you need to know is that um, you will overcome it. That's the favorable thing here. If you are a Taurus that's kind of resonating, like I said, with maybe potentially the first or the last message in some ways, and there's some, I don't know, some situation that really has kind of not gone to favor. The Tower here is probably suggesting that, I don't want to say you're aware of it, but it's pretty evident in your life, or in some ways you've kind of, I mean, it's obvious to you that obviously, it was a big hit for you. Potentially unexpected, you didn't see it coming, but maybe trying to understand it, I don't know. Or, like I said, this could have been something that's really been over and done with for a while that, still kind of resonating with you a little bit. The Six of Wands, though, is really favorable, though. So it does suggest that in some ways you will overcome this. I don't want to overcomplicate that message, but that's kind of intuitively what I'm getting. So there will be some degree of overcoming some major emotional challenge here. So, I mean, I like that. We're going to stick with that. I don't think it needs advice. Anyway, Source, that's what I got for you. I don't think your reading is, like, terrible. It just kind of overall describes, I think, one particular situation, if we combine two of these scenarios here, that seems to be emotionally taxing and draining, that needs to be addressed. Also, kind of standing up for yourself. There is potential for a new beginning, new start, something that will go in your favor. Also, again, highlight this. You do have something positive coming in for you, brand new start. There is going to be some investment that is required. Also, with opening up your heart, and like I said, could it be related to this potential marriage or long-term commitment or some situation that didn't work out? Potentially, I don't know. But hopefully you got something out of this. As always, like I said, let me know in the comment section if you have any constructive feedback, what you didn't like, what you did like, or if you just liked it. I appreciate that. And as always, give me a like. I really appreciate that. I'll see you on the next one. And obviously, I'll give you guys updates when I do the next reads. Bye for now.